Welcome Transformers fans, my name is Composite EnerJoe, and today I will be bringing you my review of the Transformers Titans Return Voyager class Broadside. And here he is in his really cool looking aircraft carrier mode. Yes, this is Broadside, one of the forgotten triple changers from the first generation of Transformers. And you know what? I guess unlike a lot of other people, I am glad that this actually was made, because I think this character is really cool. I really like it. Not to and like I said, he is a triple changer, so his other molds, and I might as well show it, is a jet. You can plainly see right there. So yeah, he is a triple changer. He turns into a aircraft carrier, which is this one, and then what I like to call a jumbo jet, and then when I transform it, you'll see why. And yeah, nice amounts of detail. I like the little tower here. And oh, he actually comes with bits of accessories. First, he comes with his weapon, this clear Titan Master Carrier weapon, which I just like to plug in there. Like to plug it in there. Doesn't look half bad. And he actually comes with these really tiny airplanes, these small jets, which, if you actually notice their designs, especially on the biggest one of the five, look oddly familiar for any Transformers fans out there. And I'll explain who these five jets are. I'll save that for a future review. Hint, wink, wink. But yeah, but these little guys you can just put on any of these little pegs here. And I like the added detail because it sort of simulates that I don't know, it's a nice little detail. I think it would have been better if these guys were painted, but they are really tiny, but they are chock full of details. Just plug them in here, and it does kind of look like that they're getting ready for takeoff. That they're storing the jets. That he's actually carrying aircrafts. Which I really like. But I think honestly, I think it would have been even better if these guys were sort of molded in, not just like an extra accessory for them to sort of just peg that you can peg on any. But yeah, it adds an extra amount of detail and depth for what is an otherwise a flat surface, and these stickers here, which I'm not a fan of them just putting stickers. I would prefer if they painted this, but it is what it is. It's actually not half bad. And that's pretty much it for accessories. And since he is a Titan Master, he does come with Headmaster. And here he is. This is Broadside. Nicely detailed. There's Broadside's head. Blunderbuss. This is Blunderbuss. And this guy you can either sit him here on this Titan Master gun, like all of these Titans Return figures come with. Or you can actually pop off this tower, pull it back, pull the legs, and he can just sit there. Pull it more back, and you can have a Blunderbuss or any other Titan Master just sit there, sort of drive the aircraft carrier around. It's okay. It's kind of goofy. I don't really do that. It's pretty goofy, but it's something. So let's put him off to the side. We'll see him again in the next mode. And that's pretty much it. However, he does come with not exactly landing gear, but he does come with little legs here. These three legs, so you can sort of have them, so you can display them properly on a surface. So it kind of, I think it's nice. It's nice because if you put them because of this piece here, if you just sit him on, he'll be like really lopsided. So that stabilizes it. It looks nicer. I'm rambling. It basically, with these legs, you're able to put him on a surface, and it looks nice. It almost looks like he's floating, which is kind of cool. So you can actually put these away by folding these down, move that, and fold that in. And there you go. And they have him there. See, he kind of wobbles a bit on a table. So that's what the legs are for. Now there is one more accessory that I'm giving him, and that is this axe. Now when I get to robot mode, I'll explain where this axe came from. Oh, and this fell off. This one doesn't want to peg, so I'm just gonna put him right here on the foot. There we go. Right there. Now this axe did not come with this figure. I got this from another figure, which once again I'll explain the story of this axe when I get to robot mode. But I felt that he was a bit underpowered, since apparently they replaced a second weapon with these sort of mini jets. So I've decided to give him another weapon, that is this axe. I was inspired to give him an axe, which I like to plug in there to add like an extra tower, or to smooth it out, I just plug it in like that, and it extends the cannon. I was inspired to get this axe based on the original Generation 1 figure. So I'm gonna put this to the side, take his gun, put it off to the side, and we're gonna get to transforming, and I will remove the little jets, which I will bring these guys back in robot mode. So move these jets. Now let's get on to transformation. I'm gonna first transform into his jet mode. Oh, and I'm just gonna, I guess, not really spoil it now, but out of his 2 alt modes, this is my favorite. I actually really like the look of this aircraft carrier mode. His jet mode is flawed, to say the least. So to transform it, first, pull that around, fold that down, and then you unpeg this, pop this up, unpeg from there, and fold it out, unpeg from there, and fold it out. And then you flip this over, come in here, and fold this whole thing back. And then you pop out the arms. They just sort of peg there, pop them out. And then you come back here and fold these up, fold these up and around. Then you should have them like this. Then you unpeg this, rotate this up, rotate, pull up, pull out these wings, pull out these wings, point these up. And then these you fold down, back, and down, back. So there we have something resembling a jet. And then you fold this back. Well, first you have to peg this. It's kind of hard to see, but you have to peg this in there like that. It has to be like at an angle. Same thing over here. Fold this back, and you have to sort of attach this with this piece. I think the first time transforming, it took me a while to do this, but yeah, you sort of attach it like that to keep it in place. Pull out the wings, have it like that. Then these feet just fold down and around, and there is a peg here that you just, when you fold it, they peg together. There we go, nice click, and there we go. This is his jumbo jet mode. He doesn't have any landing gear, funny enough, but yeah, this is it. And as you can see, it is rather flawed. I think one of my squires described it best, that from here, from the wings here up, is not bad. It actually looks like a really cool design for a jet. But this back, which are these legs, and this entire back part is just, what even is this? This is really weird. Like I said, it's flawed. I'm glad it's there because the original toy had a jumbo jet mode. And the little airplanes, you can actually, the little jets, you can plug in any of these ports. But it looks weird on this, in this mode, to have them. So I don't do it. And for weapons, I like to plug it in here. And for this axe, I like to plug it in down here. There you go, and it covers that hole that's there. So it looks a little bit better. So yeah, as a jet mode, it's okay. It's flawed, but it is okay. And you can open up his cockpit to put in your headmaster. And it actually fits in there very nicely. Whoops. It's not really designed for this, so it tends to pop off. But there we go. So yeah, jet mode, it's the weakest of the 2 alt modes. It's okay. I like it, but it could have been better. They should have done something better with these back parts. But this is the official transformation of it. I think there might be some fan transformations where they fix this, but yeah, this is okay. So let me take off the weapons. I'll leave him in there for now. And let's get on to his, well, my favorite mode, which is the robot mode. I think the robot mode looks fantastic. So unpick there, and from the jet mode is the easiest to transform him because he's already pretty much in his robot mode. Unpeg, fold out, unpeg, fold out, come on here, rotate around, pull that out, rotate around, fold this in, fold these back like this. At least that's how I do it. Let me point up, pull out, and then bring back up the arms, and then we have a nice click. Take this piece, fold it back. Oh, make sure it's easier if you do this. Fold this back up, hold on, fold it back up, and then break there, and then fold the entire thing back. And it doesn't really click into place. I think there's like a point here where you can plug, there's like 2 points where you can plug it in. It's not the most solid of connection, but it doesn't really wobble around. It's actually pretty solid. Splay out the wings, fold these, rotate forward arms, pull out the hands, and then fold these shoulder bits back, fold shoulder bits back, and that's it. Whoops. That's not yet. And that's his robot mode. Then all that's left is to come back here, get blunderbuss, and then head masterize it. And he goes into his transformation. Simplest thing in the world. There's blunderbuss in Broadside's head, and then plug it in. And here we have Broadside in his robot mode. And this honestly is what won me over on the figure. When I first saw the pictures of this guy, I saw the robot mode, instantly fell in love. This is an awesome, awesome looking robot. Just awesome. Just from the overall design, even the wings aren't too bad, which you can fold down if you want. And even these sort of hidden missile launchers there. This is an awesome, awesome robot mode. I'm just gushing. This is what won me over. I find that the aircraft, the 2 alt modes are just bonuses to this, because this is fantastic. I think one thing that's kind of sad is that I keep seeing this guy everywhere. I guess not many people are not really getting him, which is kind of sad. I think he's a great figure. Oh, and might as well bring in these jets. And this is how I like to plug them in here. I put on the legs. It's kind of silly seeing them, but I like having them on here. And I just sort of imagine that these are like little drones that he could send out. These are drones that he can send out. Put the big one. Actually, I can put the big one on his left hand. Left hand, then plug in these 2 on the wings. Plus, I like just having these guys on the robot at all times. Oh, not yet. And there we go. And also you can, if you push this button here, you get some hidden rocket launchers right there. And I've noticed, since I think I've just gotten some more, I haven't gotten too many of the Voyagers in the Titan's Return line, but I've noticed that all Voyagers have this little feature where you push this down and then somewhere in the chest there's a switch or button that pulls out like some hidden towers next to the heads. Like I think I didn't mention this in the Astro Train review, but yeah, I've noticed that both on him, Blunderbuss, and a couple other Voyagers that I've gotten recently, that, yeah, they all have that. I wonder why. So yeah, this is him in his robot mode. And for his weapons, obviously you have his gun, holds in one hand, and then the axe that I gave him in the other hand. Now, since we're in his robot mode, if you notice, and I like this entire look. Now, okay, now I'm going to tell you the story of where this axe came from. This axe, I was inspired to give this guy an axe because the original Generation 1 figure came with a gun and an axe. Then when we got the Titan's Return version of the figure, he didn't have an axe. Instead of the axe, we ended up getting the little mini bots, these little mini jets, which are fine. I think they look really good in one mode. That's kind of the weird part. With these sort of mini jets, they look fantastic in his aircraft carrier mode. Not in his jet mode, and honestly not really in his robot mode. I like to put him on there because I want to put him on the robot somewhere. So there they are. So I was bummed out that they didn't give him an axe. So this axe I got from some other toys that I had called the Transformers Construct Bots. This specifically came from Scout Class Breakdown. And if you're wondering what Construct Bots is, it's basically Hasbro's attempt at making a doing what Lego did with Bionicles, basically buildable Transformers, and they were actually pretty cool. They really did feel like Bionicles or Hero Factory or whatever, and they could actually transform. I think that was actually a really neat thing that they could do. They could actually transform. You build them up, and they could transform into a vehicle mode without having to take them apart. So yeah, this axe came from the Construct Bots, and the red, honestly, almost, it's just slightly lighter, but almost matches with this red, and I think it works really well since he has a red axe and then this blue gun. So yeah, that's the story behind this axe. And that's it. Overall, I think this guy is fantastic. I think he's a great figure, and that more people should honestly get him. I think these little jets are great. They add a lot extra detail in the aircraft carrier mode, but besides that, they're kind of just useless. And honestly, I would have preferred having another weapon instead of these. So that is that I said, to fix that, just give them another weapon. And like I said, I do recommend, if you ever find that, I don't know how, the Construct Bots line wasn't really that successful. But if you ever hunt down this, if you ever see this kind of axe, I do recommend giving it to him, because I think it works. It looks very nice on him. So overall, he's a great figure. I like his aircraft carrier mode. His jet mode could have been way better. That's the weakest. That's the weakest mode that he has, and the robot mode is just amazing, in my opinion. So overall, I like him. I recommend it. He's fantastic. Now, some facts. Well, I think the most interesting fact about Broadside is that this Broadside in front of me, this figure, is the second time that this character was ever made in a figure since 1986. That is astonishing. That is both amazing and sad at the same time, that this character was only ever made a toy twice. First time in 1986 with the original Generation 1 figure, and then 30-something years later, like 31 years later, boom, we have this one. Kind of sad, yet kind of amazing. And he is, and the feet give it away, he is a very, very extensive retooling of the Titan's Return Voyager Alpha Trion. And the only reason, and the only thing that looks, that they kept over from the Alpha Trion figure is the feet. He has the same exact feet. And Broadside here is getting repainted and slightly retooled into a Tidal Wave, into a Titan's Return Voyager Tidal Wave, as part of like a box set. And I just laugh at that because honestly, there's only one Tidal Wave, and that's the big guy from Armada. That is the one and only Tidal Wave that I will ever acknowledge. Repainting him into a Tidal Wave is just silly. I just laugh at that. So yeah, I think this video's gone on a bit longer than it needs to. So yeah, overall, fantastic figure. And just, I kind of wish more people would get him. Go out and get him. This guy's really cool. He's really cool. And if you ever encounter this axe, I do recommend you get it. It does add more to his robot mode. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers Titan's Return Voyager class Broadside. This is Composite EnerJoe signing off. Peace out.